Before I talk about a specific engineering design solution that could help improve sustainability and solve environmental issues in the future, I want to first broaden out and talk about how I would like to approach environmental engineering in general and the philosophy I would like to adopt as a future engineer. In a word, the sort of environmental solutions I want to avoid are hypocritical ones that appear to make a change, but in actuality just serve to either create the appearance of helping the planet or else could be used as an excuse to engage in other activities harmful to the world. My class's tutor Brenda actually gave a classic example of this, where a few years back she managed to get a house off-grid using solar panels, only to be called back a few months later to face complaints from the owners, who were consistently running out of electricity. Now it turns out they'd actually been operating their air conditioners throughout the night, just for the sake of keeping their dog cool. So I think it's the job of engineers to not just provide technological solutions, but where possible, social ones, and ones that are part of an actually complex system. I also think that as technical thinkers, engineers have a role to play in both solving, but also communicating the complexity of environmental issues, rather than engaging in ideological or oversimplified thinking. To that end, the engineering solution I want to talk about today is one that the group I'm in for this class is exploring. Namely, might it be possible to convert petrol cars into electric ones? I think this really captures the idea of non-hypocritical engineering solutions. I don't want to be too mean, but the question is, when someone buys a new electric car, are you really trying to save the planet, or did you just want a brand new Tesla? And to what extent is the car providing you with a justification to live unenvironmentally in other areas of your life? Beyond that, we could ask, does the broader system in which the car operates actually support your environmental decision? An electric car plugged into a fossil fuel grid may be just putting the issue back a step. Not to mention, the CO2 produced in the manufacturing of a new car, petrol or electric, is immense. As we transition into electric cars, which seems to be inevitable, we'll be left with millions and millions of old petrol ones. The energy-intensive multi-step process of gathering, melting and purifying, refabricating and exporting the old metal could be entirely cut out by simply reusing 60 to 70% of the car, and swapping out the fuel tanks and engines for batteries and motors. This creates a more efficient circular economy and efficient recycling. Such a car can then be integrated into a complex system, such as acting as a battery for a house, with a wind or solar system, to be used when the wind isn't blowing and the sun isn't shining. Thanks so much for watching this introduction to the sort of engineer I want to be, and an example of a technical solution that's in the same vein. Thanks so much.